9 plants that can kill you. If you are not an expert on plants, it is easy to be fooled by their beauty. However, the seemingly harmless flowers or colorful leaves can be quite dangerous. The following list outlines 9 of the most lethal plants that can kill you. 1. Oleander. This section talks about a poisonous plant called oleander. It highlights the fact that the plant is a beautiful one, but it can kill someone with just a few leaves. Oleander is a poisonous plant that has been used since before 3000 BC as a dye and as an herbal remedy. Oleander is also popularly known as rose bay or Indian almond. The plant gets its name from ancient Greek words olea meaning oil and niger meaning black, from its use to produce oil from the seed. The name oleander actually comes from this Latin word for oil, which is oleum in English. The oleander has been brought to many different regions around the world by people who have found uses for it, especially because oleander plants are poisonous plants that can be found all over the world. They grow in warm climates and are often used as hedges. Oleander plants, also known as Nerium oleander, are commonly grown in warm climates, and due to their ability to grow rapidly, they are often used as hedges. Oleanders contain a toxic oil that can kill an adult human with only 1 leaf if ingested or less than 4 leaves if touched. 2. Sycamore. Sycamore trees are not poisonous, but they can kill you. Sycamore can kill you. According to a report from National Geographic, sycamore trees killed over 800 people in the US following a 3-year span. The tree is not poisonous or harmful in any way, but it has deadly seeds and leaves. The sycamore tree is a deciduous tree of the plant family of Ulmaceae. It is native to North America, and it is widely planted as an ornamental all over the world. They usually grow 60 to 100 feet tall with drooping branches which can break off easily when they are heavy with leaves or snow, which causes risk to humans who might be standing underneath them. You might not know this, but the sycamore is one of the most toxic trees. It contains sap that can cause serious injury to humans and animals. The toxins inside of the sycamore are called trematol, and they're made up of a group of chemicals called cucurbitacins. These chemicals are known for their ability to cause skin irritation and allergic reactions with people who come into contact with them. They also disrupt the function of red blood cells, which can lead to kidney or liver failure if touched for too long or consumed often enough. 3. Foxglove. Foxglove is a plant that is found in both North America and Europe. It has been used for medicinal purposes for centuries. It also produces a sweet-smelling flower. But did you know it can kill you? In fact, the name foxglove derived from an old Anglo-Saxon word meaning deadly glove or magic glove. The use of foxglove goes back as early as the 16th century, when it was first mentioned in herbal books. Foxglove has many benefits, including curing an irregular heartbeat and high blood pressure. However, it also causes vomiting, nausea, headache, and more severe problems like heart failure or cardiac arrest if not taken correctly. If you are looking for some natural remedies to cure your ailments, then always consult your doctor before using them so you know what you are getting into. Under certain circumstances, foxglove can be fatal. Foxglove is a plant that belongs to the genus Digitalis. It is also called a digitalis, or a finger of death. The best way to identify this plant is by looking at its leaves, because they are distinctive from others with their shape and vein pattern. The plant usually has flowers of different colors, but they are small and not showy. Foxgloves also have berries on them that are used to make medicine for heart conditions such as irregular heartbeats, angina pectoris, congestive heart failure, and more. 4. Azalea, rhododendron, and Japanese tree lilac. It is important to learn how to identify these plants in order to avoid adverse reactions from coming in contact with them. A rhododendron, azalea, and Japanese tree lilac release histamine when they come in contact with skin. These plants cause a rash and swelling around the eyes and mouth that lead to breathing difficulties. It is important to learn how to identify these plants, so that you can stay safe from these plant allergies. The plant, rhododendron, is in the same family as the azalea and Japanese tree lilac. All three of these types of plants can be deadly to humans if they are not careful around them. All three of these plants can produce toxic chemicals to keep other animals away from them. But when humans come in contact with these toxic chemicals, it can cause serious illness or even death. If you come in contact with any of these types of plants, you should wash your skin well with soap and water right away. It is important to note that if a person consumes any part of one of these types of plants, they need to get medical attention immediately because the risks for this type of poisoning are much more serious. 5. Clover, white. Clover is a common weed that has been mistaken for a wildflower. Clover is a white plant in the pea family. It was once used to make the dye that colors the green in Irish national flags. Clover can be found in many U.S. states, including California, Oregon, Washington, Utah, Montana, and Wyoming. There are two types of clover, red clover and white clover, which are both harmful to humans when ingested or touched by bare skin. White clover is a white flowering plant that can be found in North America. It can be used as an ornamental plant or for grazing. This article is all about the dangers of ingesting white clover when it's in flower form because this flower contains toxins which are poisonous to livestock. Many people know that clover can be found in gardens and lawns, but this plant is also considered poisonous. It comes in three types: white, pink, and yellow. Its leaves are usually in the shape of an O or V. The white clover is the one that is considered to be the most poisonous. The reason for this is because it contains strong chemicals called nitrates which can lead to heart problems or even death if ingested. Some symptoms of poisoning include vomiting, headaches, and dizziness. This plant should be kept away from children and pets to avoid any harm. 6. Sungreen, Hamamelis. The sungreen is a plant which should not be consumed or handled by humans. Since the late 19th century, the plant has been used as a traditional medicine to treat various conditions. Though it has benefits, it can also cause serious side effects that can lead to death if not administered properly. The sungreen is indiscriminate in its toxicity and will kill anything that comes into contact with it. Don't worry, this is not a horror story. You can relax. You know that fresh, tall plant that you see people wearing around their necks in the wintertime? That's called sungreen. It's also known as Hamamelis. The story behind this plant goes back to ancient Greece, where Hippocrates prescribed it for various ailments. He used it for blood flow, muscle aches and pains, and respiratory problems. It was used by the Romans too during their times of warfare to treat wounds and injuries, as well as to repel insects including mosquitoes. The plant has been used throughout history until now. 7. English holly, Ilex aquifolium. The English holly is a Christmas decoration that can be dangerous to humans. It was introduced to the US in the 1700s by European botanists, who thought it would be a nice addition to the landscape because of its beauty and its ability to grow in temperate climates without much water. The leaves are dark green and glossy, which makes them look like evergreens when they are placed inside the home during the holiday season. The berries have a sweet taste that attracts birds to them, but they also contain toxins that can make humans sick if ingested. The berries are used for making wine, jams, jellies, sauces, syrup, and alcoholic beverages such as mead or metheglin. They are also made into pies or eaten fresh off the tree in salads. The English holly plant, Ilex aquifolium, is a flowering plant with poisonous berries. It is native to Europe and Asia Minor. The English holly plant contains a substance called holly oleoresin that is toxic to humans. This substance can be found in the leaves, stems, bark, and berries of the English holly plant. Symptoms of poisoning include nausea, vomiting, stomach cramps, diarrhea, and cold sweats. Toxic effects may last for days or weeks depending on the dose ingested. Exposure to this plant can also lead to liver damage and kidney failure if not treated promptly. 8. Yellow jasmine or yellow jessamine, Gelsemium sempervirens. Gelsemium sempervirens, also known as yellow jasmine or yellow jessamine, is a poisonous plant native to North America. It contains the neurotoxin gelsamine, which will cause symptoms like nausea, vomiting, headache, and seizures if ingested. The plant's toxicity is mainly due to its alkaloid content. Gelsamine has been used in the past for treating headaches and other types of pain. When ingested by humans, it can cause symptoms like nausea, vomiting, headache, and seizures. The main reason for this is its alkaloid content, which can act as a nerve poison. Historically, Gelsemium sempervirens has been used in the past for treating headaches and other types of pain with some success. When people think about getting poison ivy, they often think about being in a jungle, swamps, or a forest with a lot of vegetation. However, they can also get it from an invasive plant called yellow jasmine or yellow jessamine. This plant is most commonly found in the southern regions of the United States and can grow as high as 20 feet tall. It has been known to have toxic properties that have been used for centuries by witches and doctors for various purposes, from poisoning to medical treatments. 9. Red lily. One of the most poisonous plants in the United States, the red lily is a perennial bulb that grows in zones 3 to 7. It's also extremely toxic when eaten and can cause an allergic reaction when touched. A poisonous plant, it can be found in zones 3 to 7 and is a perennial bulb that grows in clusters of 3 to 5 bulbs. It's often mistaken for a daffodil or tulip, but has a distinctive red flower. When touched, it may cause an allergic reaction, but when ingested, it can be deadly for pets and humans alike. The red lily is a beautiful and exotic plant that is native to the tropics and subtropics. It has been introduced into many areas of the world where it has become widely established. The red lily is a poisonous plant, and it poses serious health risks if consumed. It is vitally important to be aware of these different types of plants. It's amazing how something so beautiful can also be fatal. Be careful. This video is only for educational use. Please consult your doctor for any medical and professional advice. Feel free to let us know in the comments. Before you go, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to inform you when we produce another video. Thank you for watching Better Body Tips and for your continued support.